County Command.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Captain Logan McNally. I am the company commander for the Suffolk County Army Recruiting Company, and it is my honor to welcome you to the inaugural Suffolk Leads the Way Future Soldier Swearing. Today we will recognize those who have made the decision to join the United States Army and protect our nation. We are here as a family of soldiers, soon-to-be soldiers, family members, military community organizations, and even past future soldier families that are here in attendance. We are here to show why Suffolk truly leads the way in supporting our men and women in uniform and their families. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain McNally. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. If you are in uniform, please stand at a position of attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank our distinguished guests. Brigadier General Daniel Hershkowitz, Lieutenant Colonel John Rocky Rhodes, Command Sergeant Major Scott Lazinski, County Executive Ed Romaine, District Number 4 Legislator Nick Caracappa, District Number 6, Legislator Jad Lennon, and Gary B. Port, Office of the Chief, United States Army Reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day. With the help of Steve Castleton, the County Executive Ed Romaine, Legislator Nick Caracappa, the Veteran Service Agency and Department of Public Works, we are here today. I would like to give a round of applause to these fine people. Also, a special thank you to the Miller and Cariano and Zara's Deli for donating and providing a wonderful lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call up our first guest speaker, County Executive Ed Romaine.
Thank you very much. I just want to mention some of my other colleagues that are here, including our County Comptroller, John Kennedy, our County Legislator, Leslie Kennedy. Yes, they're related. Our County Legislator, Rebecca Sannon, our County Legislator, Ann Weckler. Who did I miss? What? Julio. Oh, thank you. Vinnie Pulio, and how could I forget that? He's our county clerk, and I was county clerk for 16 years. And Dominic Thorne, I see you in the audience, the legislator, also from 6th District, right? 7th, thank you. Okay, so we have a number of our county legislators here. We have our county clerk, our county comptroller, and we're all here to say thank you, because all of you have agreed to serve our country, to protect our country, and I'm looking out, and there's going to be some changes. I think some people with longer hair are going to have shorter hair. So I just would say that about the military. But we exist as a nation only because of people like yourself. This nation doesn't exist unless people volunteer. For the last at least 40 years, this country has had a volunteer army, which means it depends on recruits. And I was just talking to Captain McNally, and he's telling me that Suffolk is leading the way in the number of recruitments, and that's great. So for those of you who call Suffolk home, we want you to come home after your service is done. And there's a great thing about the service. Number one, it changes your attitude about life, gets you a little bit more focused, and gets you ready to come to the real world and do a job afterwards, because you learn a lot of skills and you learn a lot about yourself in the military. It is a great place to be. And whether you're starting off as a private or you're winding up as a general, the Army is a great place to be, and you're doing a service. This flag of ours only flies because men and women for years have said, I will volunteer, I will serve, I will protect my country. I cannot tell you how grateful this county and this nation is for your willingness to serve. It is your willingness to serve that gives us the great nation that we have. I just want to point out, Marcelle, please stand. She is the lady in charge, the director of our veteran services. When you come back, and I know with some of the medical you'll see the VA, but in the county of Suffolk, we have a great veteran service agency that will sit with each and every one of you should you need that, and answer your questions, provide guidance and counseling after your service. She has done a tremendous job. Please, your second in command, stand up. A full colonel and someone that works in our Veteran Service Agency also. People that are there to help you. This county respects, admires, and wants to help our veterans, not only during your service, but long after you have served. Because once you're a veteran, you are always a veteran. And this country is in your debt, not just now, but well into the future for the rest of your life. And these two individuals are there, and their whole department is set up for one purpose: to help you once you come out of the military. I know Captain McNally is here to get you into the military. We help once you get out. So God bless. This is a great ceremony for our country. It makes me so proud to be here. Thank you for your service, and I'm sure you will hear that. So please, let's get on with the ceremony. May God bless you and whatever you do in this life. We appreciate your service.
Thank you, County Executive Ed Romaine. I would like to call up our next guest speaker, Legislator Nick Caracappa.
Thank you all very much. It's an honor to be here today. This is a historic day in Suffolk County. As chairman of the Veterans Committee, and on behalf of my colleagues in the legislature, my fellow colleagues in government, it really is an honor to be here, and we welcome you all here today, not just the recruits, everybody here from the U.S. Army, family, friends, loved ones. As son of a U.S. Army veteran, he was an MP, my dad, it's great to be here to celebrate this grand occasion with you all. Suffolk County, as you heard our county executive says, we support our veterans a great deal. In this very auditorium out in our Veterans Plaza, we've had many ceremonies honoring our veterans who served in all branches of the military. So when I received the call from my friend Steve Castleton, he suggested we have an opportunity here to host a mass swearing in of our young men and women, and I jumped at it. I said, absolutely. But I had to get permission from the boss. I made a call to our county executive, Ed Romaine, and he did not hesitate for a second. It was an enthusiastic, absolutely, let's go. So from there, we reached out to our veteran service agency, Marcelle and James. Thank you so much, both retired military. And with that, we jumped into action with support of everybody here. This was a no-brainer for us. Everybody stepped up. So today, as a first, we get to celebrate, instead of our veterans, we get to celebrate our recruits. Begin your journey here today, which is amazing. Today, you'll take an oath to serve this great nation. You'll embark on a journey that begins today here, a journey that you will learn to honor and respect our flag. You will learn discipline, a journey where you'll be educated, where you'll learn physical fitness, learn how to work as a team, learn how to defend yourself, protect your fellow soldier. And if called upon, you will stand to defend and protect our freedoms that we all share in this great nation. Some of you may choose the U.S. Army as a career. Some of you will use your experience in the Army to use as a career path. Either way, that begins here today in Suffolk County. Here in front of your family, in front of your friends, your loved ones, and fellow recruits. We are all very proud of you. Here at this moment, you will begin that journey from civilians to soldiers. You will commit to serving in the greatest military in the world and the greatest country in the world. Someday, we hope you return here to Suffolk County, your home, as veterans of the United States military, veterans of the United States Army. And I'll leave you with this as four words you must know. And I'm going to share those words with you. And they're not yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. Go Army, beat Navy. I want to hear you all say it on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Go Army, beat Navy. You're all in. All right, there's your oath right there. Congratulations to you all. God bless you. God bless America. We appreciate you. And thank you to the families and friends.
Good to go. Thank you, Legislator Nick Caracappa. I would like to call up Mr. Castleton to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Rhodes, the commander of the New York City Recruitment Battalion.
You know, Nick wasn't kidding when he said about how fast the decision was made to do this. When I called him and then he called the county executive, let's just say that yes was a lot faster than an Aaron Judge home run leaving the yard. I'm going to go off script a little bit, but what do you expect from a guy from Brooklyn? As you all know, behind every strong soldier, there is an even stronger family who stands by them, supports them, and loves them with all their heart. All future soldiers, please stand. Turn around, about face. Now let's hear it for all your family members who are now part of the Army family and Blue Star families. Come on, guys, applaud for them. All right, please sit down. I can promise you this, we will take great care of your family members, as I have 3 children who have served a combined 54 years in the Army. So I have had every experience you're ever going to have. You're going to love it, they're going to love it. To all you future soldiers, use your time in the Army to grow as a teammate and as an individual. Use the tools and benefits the Army will provide. After you get through basic, think about your future both in and out of the Army. You have great benefits that'll give you a leg up on those who did not serve. Between my 3 children and family members, listen to this. They have received 3 associate's degrees, 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, working on a 3rd master's degree, most of which they received while they were on active duty. That's over $1 million in college education the Army paid for my children. Think about that. Sergeant Parson, where are you? You have continually set records. You're one of a kind. For 2 straight years, Sergeant Parson had more Minuteman Scholarship recipients by herself than most battalions. Rocky, Colonel Rhodes, I have to say that in my over 20 years with the Army, I have never met a group of reporters as resolute as those under your command in finding the leaders of our great nation. That is a tribute to your leadership. Thank you. And I'd like to introduce Colonel Rhodes.
All right, so I'm a little bit out of place here. I think I'm the only non-New Yorker. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, but I did make a really good choice by marrying a New Yorker, who very much wanted me to come to the New York City recruiting battalion, which includes Nassau, Suffolk, and Westchester County. I was warned, though, when I got here that there was a problem, and that Suffolk County was what my recruiting command calls categorized as the very most difficult market in all of the country. It is the example of the hardest place to recruit. And they talked about, we should downsize and close stations out here. And the problem is when you look at market potential and the number of kids going to college and all these factors that go in, it misses the most important factor, which is the patriotism of a community, the support that soldiers get when they join the military from that community. And so all the numbers were wrong. They're completely wrong. And if you look around the room today, you look at all these soldiers that are future soldiers that are about to be soldiers here, and you look at all the support they have in this community, and from their elected officials, from their friends, their families, their schools, their friends, who tell them you're doing a good thing. And so the market potential is wrong because it doesn't account for spirit and patriotism. And that's why this county is breaking all-time records for number of enlistments. That's why the soldiers that join from this county, they have something that other counties don't have. They perform better, they pass in higher rates. They're what we call grade alphas, or the most qualified enlistment that we get in the Army. So we're getting the best and the brightest for the Army from this county. They succeed not only because when they go, they have the support of their community. And we also find that in the New York City metro region, our biggest problem and the reason why people don't serve is because they don't know anyone that served. Because in over 90% of the cases, when someone walks into a recruiting office, the first person they've ever seen in uniform is their recruiter. And when you ask them why they joined the Army, it's always the same answer, 100% of the time. It's because a family member, a coach, a key important person in their life told them that that was the right thing to do, and they trusted that person. And so when you see the number, despite the market potential of people that join from this great county, it is because of the support the veterans get each and every day, and they look around and they say, I want to be like that person. I want to be like them. And then they follow them that journey because they trust them. Because people talk about social media changing. So all social media has done is lead a distrust in the service. And so more and more our young people are looking to people that they trust, which is the leaders of their community, the leaders of their school, and veterans around them. So by taking care of veterans in this community, by continuing to be patriotic, to continue to having the support of our family, we continue to outperform market potential in this great county. So I want to thank the leaders here today, all of you are leaders, and I want to thank the families for support, and most importantly, I want to thank you for joining the United States Army. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Rhodes, for that fine speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Brigadier General Hershkowitz, and he will be giving the swearing ceremony as well.
Okay, hey, good morning, everybody. All right, so like Mr. Castleton, I may go off script a little bit. My public affairs team over here is probably going, sir, don't go off script. Stay to your script, but I feel at home here, and you'll find out why in a minute. And I'm a general, and I guess I may go off script if I want to. But hey, as you've heard from the previous folks that have come up here, appreciate everybody being here and attending the swearing-in ceremony here at the H. Lee Dennison building. Again, my name is General Dan Hershkowitz. I am the Deputy Commanding General for the Army Reserve's 99th Readiness Division. We are headquartered down at Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst, formerly known as Fort Dix, New Jersey. For me, this is a homecoming since I was born and raised in North Massapequa over in Nassau County. My parents still live there, and that's where I'm going after this ceremony to spend the night with Mom, Dad, have a home-cooked meal. So it's great to be back here on Long Island and be around, again, just a familiar area. Many of you may not know, but in the Army Reserve, as you move up in rank and with more responsibility, oftentimes we have to travel to get to work and to our reserve unit. So I currently live in San Antonio, Texas, and when I'm not wearing the uniform, I do work for the Army as a civilian at Fort Sam Houston there in San Antonio. I freely admit I've been in Texas for about a year. I love Texas. I don't think I'm ever going to move again. But what I will tell you is you can take the New Yorker out of New York, but you can't take what's in me growing up here in Long Island, spending a lot of my adult life in this state. I'm still a New York Giants fan. I'm a New York Mets fan. I have followed my teams wherever I go. I crave a good bagel, a good slice of pizza, which I can't get in San Antonio. Texas has phenomenal Mexican food, the best barbecue. But when I'm back in New Jersey and back in Long Island, the diners, the pizza, the bagels, you can't beat it. It's the water, right? It's the Hudson River water. It's true. You can take the best pizza shop, the best bagel shop, move them out to Texas, and it won't taste the same. Unless they import their water from here, it won't be the same bagel or slice of pizza. I have found that out. Okay, so again, I want to, special thanks and recognize our host today. Mr. Ed Romaine, the county executive, thank you for hosting this event in your building. I want to thank the former civilian aide, the secretary, even though he's a Jets fan. We're Steve Castleton. It's okay, Giants and Jets fans, I think, we're okay with each other. We suffer together, yes. We have that in common. We also have with us here again Suffolk County Legislator Nick Caracappa, Chairman of the Veterans Committee, representatives from Congressman Andrew Gabarino's and Nick Lolota's offices, Lieutenant Colonel John Rhodes. I may have missed a few folks, Gary, the ambassador, all the other distinguished visitors that are here again. Thank you, and I apologize if I didn't have your name in my comments. I do want to pause. If there are any veterans that are here in the audience, please raise your hand so we can recognize you for your dedicated service to our great nation. All the veterans. Thank you. To those veterans, thank you for your service and for being part of the greatest military in the world. Most of all, a special welcome to the 40 future Army soldiers, their families, friends who are here today. This will be a day that you will remember and the start of your journey in the profession of arms as a soldier. I just want to go over the demographic information I received for the future soldiers really tells the story. Age ranging from 17 to 42. I want a 42-year-old, or where are you at? I heard there's a 42-year-old person that's here. Maybe not, okay. The majority of you are going to go into the ranks of the active duty, while about 8 are going to come and join the Army Reserve. Thank you. The majority of you are coming from here in Suffolk County, while there are others from Nassau County, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. And if I were to ask each one of you why you joined the Army, I'd get many different answers. Some would say they are following a family legacy of a parent, sibling, grandparent. Patriotism would be another common theme. Others will say they are joining for the opportunity that military service offers vice going to college or trade school, and others might say they are doing it for the education benefits that you heard about. Whatever your reason for joining, thank you for having the courage to walk into a recruiter's office have a conversation with that recruiter, and at the end of that conversation, hopefully you went home, you talked it over with your loved ones, and you made a conscious decision to be part of a team that represents something bigger than yourself, with the true purpose to defend freedom and win our nation's wars when called upon. We are an all-volunteer Army, and you will soon be part of that 1% of our nation that has worn the uniform. And in the near future, you will say goodbye to your families, and you'll depart for basic training, your advanced individual training. I will tell you, when you meet the drill sergeants, they're a little bit intimidating at first. They're supposed to be, but trust them. Those drill sergeants are there for a reason, and understand they will test you both mentally and physically. That is their job. They will train you to be a soldier, and most importantly, work as part of a cohesive team. And know that you are not in this alone, and you will be motivated and helped by your fellow recruits going through the same experience that you all are about to go through. At the end, it will all be worth it. When your training is complete, you graduate and you earn your Army patch and can officially be called a soldier. Know that the Army is the largest of the armed services. America's Army consists of more than 1.2 million people. That's a combination of the active Army, the Army Reserve, and the National Guard. And these folks are deployed and live around the globe who defend our country. Army careers span the spectrum. You can be an attorney, you can be an astronaut, mechanics, doctors, engineers, logisticians, musicians, all that serve and wear the uniform either full-time or part-time. The Army enjoys and strives to maintain our bond with our communities, as you've heard, and the people we defend. We live in your communities, we raise families, and we are proud to wear this uniform, whether we are doing it full-time or part-time in the Army Reserve or National Guard. The Army is about to celebrate our 250th birthday on June 14th, about 2 months away. The Army is 1 year older than our nation, if you did not know that. As we get ready to celebrate this milestone, we must remember our rich history and legacy of service, sacrifice, dedication by the men and women who have called themselves a soldier. Again, thank you all for attending today. And once again, for the future soldiers, congratulations on the start of your journey into the ranks of the United States Army. This will defend, combat ready, twice the citizen. Thank you. Hey, I'm going to throw a curveball at the ceremony while the future soldiers are lining up. I know we don't have a lot of space, but if one family member wants to come forward and stand with their future soldier, please come on up. And I think we got room. If one family member, mom, dad, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you want to come stand with your future soldier, we will make room for you. Come on up.
So do you want to take the mic with you off?
Do I need it? Or,
Up to you.
Okay.
No, I think you're fine.
I'll speak with my big boy voice. We'll make it work.
Hey, each rank, take a step forward. Make some room in between.
Everybody ready? Ready? All right. Hey, for the future soldiers, you're going to raise your right hand. You will repeat after me. I'll try and speak not New York. I'll speak slow. We will go through this. All right. Future soldiers, raise your right hand, and you'll repeat after me. I state your name. I do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. That I bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to the regulations and uniform code of military justice. So help you God. Do it. And I think we wanted to get some photos with company commander, battalion commander, you, me, all of the elected officials that are here.
Here we go. Sorry, sir.
If you say lunch is served, it's
Well, I got you.
Caggiano. You miss. Oh, Caggiano.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a lot. They put a lot of. Yeah, of course. You guys, let me sneak in there.
How about, you want to get on one side, I'll get on the other. Yeah, you stay here.
Everybody's gonna look right in the middle, right here, and then everybody take the shots from the middle. Everybody's looking all over. Ask everybody to look up at this one up high, please. Okay, you good, everyone?
Have the future soldiers stay. Have the future soldiers stay up here for coins.
Okay.
Yeah, get them more coins.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony for this afternoon, but all the future soldiers will stay up in their respected areas for further guidance from the Lieutenant Colonel Rhodes and Command Sergeant Major Lazinski.
It's your first set of orders to take. Yeah.
All right, that's good. Mike, off.
Listen up, in the Army, we have a special thing that we do called a challenge group. And the challenge group